News about the coronavirus is not slowing down. So for a second day in a row, and can I be honest, due to popular demand and my girl crush, we are now bringing back Dr. Payal Kohli. You were so helpful yesterday, and we just thank you for giving us your time. We know it's not easy. You're here every hour, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you. I have a crush on you as well.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
We stick to the virus?
Okay, we'll get there. Okay, she is breaking down a fact versus fiction as well, sharing important information if you need to know. Right now, we're going to start with people over 60, okay? You guys are at much higher risk. What do they need to know? What precautions do they need to be taking? Again, if you're over 60 or if you have parents or grandparents, talk to me, Dr. Kohli.
Yeah, so general rate of death in the general population is 1 to 3%, but it goes up in a graded fashion and increases with age. So if you're over the age of 60, it's higher than that. If you're over the age of 70, it's up to 9%. If you're over the age of 80, it's up to 15%.
Wow.
So you really, really have to be extremely careful. And for people over the age of 60, experts are now advising that you even ask your neighbors to help you with the groceries. Don't go to parties. Don't greet each other with a handshake. Don't hug your family members.
What about a restaurant?
Try to avoid restaurants for the time being. And again, it's really the next 2 or 3 weeks that we really need to be careful about, because at this point, we know that it's in our community, that it's out there, but we don't know to what extent. So really that social distancing if you're over the age of 60. And of course, the individual things we talked about, hand washing, wiping down surfaces, not
Daily.
touching your mouth.
Right.
People over the age of 60 also tend to wear eyeglasses or hearing aids or have dentures, so they actually have a risk of touching their face that's higher.
Interesting.
So keep all that in mind.
And Dr. Kohli, a lot of people are confusing the flu and the coronavirus symptoms. So can you explain the difference very quickly?
Yes, and it's allergy season too. So for allergies, I say neck up. So if it's your eyes or your nose, you're sneezing, or your eyes are itchy or watery, that's probably allergies. For the flu or coronavirus, it's your entire body. And for the coronavirus, it's your chest. So the big symptoms that you need to know for coronavirus, the top 3, fever, cough, and shortness of breath.
Say that one more time.
Fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Now, those symptoms can come at different times. So you can first get a little bit of a fever, then develop a cough, then get short of breath. But the bottom line is there's no way to tell just with symptoms alone. So if you're not feeling well, at this point, it's better to get tested than to ignore it.
And we have them on the screen. If you guys, as we're listening to Dr. Kohli, please look at the screen so you can see and get information. Maybe take a screenshot. That might be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are some other misconceptions about coronavirus that we don't know?
So the biggest misconception, which I think our president even said, is that the young people will get it and recover uneventfully. And although that's true for the majority of young people, there have been deaths in young people even as young as the age of 20 and 30. So it's important to know that it affects every single one of us. The second misconception that I really want to point out is that we're overreacting or we're panicking. This is not true. This is a time for all hands on deck. This is a time for everybody to really buy into this philosophy. Otherwise, in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to end up where Italy is now, where our hospital systems are going to be overwhelmed. So this is a time for us to really buy into this philosophy, and I cannot emphasize that enough.
Wow, that's really important. Thank you, Dr. Kohli. Now, if you do want to know more about the coronavirus, we want you to go to cdc.gov. It's going to be on your screen, or the World Health Organization's website. It's right there.